Nobody talks about how dark fantasy is actually the most realistic genre because life doesn't give you plot armor when everything goes wrong. I used to think regular fantasy was escapism until I realized dark fantasy is just life with monsters. Think about it. You're thrown into situations you never asked for, surrounded by people you can't trust, and the rules keep changing without warning. Last week I was reading about this cursed kingdom where every choice leads to worse consequences. The protagonist saves a village from plague demons, but the cure turns half the survivors into mindless husks. Sound familiar? That's literally every major decision I've made in my 20s. The ancient curses in these stories aren't magical spells, they're generational trauma. The mythical creatures aren't dragons. They're the toxic people who drain your energy. The overwhelming odds aren't armies of darkness, they're student loans and rent prices. What makes dark fantasy brilliant is that heroes don't win because they're chosen ones. They survive because they adapt, make impossible choices, and keep moving forward even when everything is falling apart. No divine intervention, no convenient power-ups. Just pure, stubborn determination. Regular fantasy promises you'll find your purpose and save the world. Dark fantasy tells you the truth. Sometimes you're just trying to make it through another day without losing yourself completely. The real magic isn't casting spells. It's maintaining hope when the universe seems designed to crush it. That's why I'll always choose stories about cursed lands over fairy tale kingdoms. At least in dark fantasy, when characters overcome impossible odds, it actually means something. They earned every small victory through blood, sweat, and refusing to give up. Sometimes the most fantastical thing isn't magic. It's surviving,